Hi, just wanted to pop in before we start the video and say that notice that it's a bit dark. I got a new camera for Christmas and I'm still mucking around with the settings, so bear with me and hopefully I will get this right at some point. But hey ho, you know what it's like when you got something new. So please bear with me. The quality isn't as good as I'd like it to be, but enjoy anyway. Hey my lovelies, my name is Jane and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I thought I would do a favourites of 2021. I've got quite a few products here that I use on the regular that I absolutely love, that I bought all of them in 2021. Some of them may have come out before, so not so sure which ones were which, but you know, I thought, you know what, let's get ready, chuck some on my face and go through some favourites at the same time. Not going to be able to put all of them on my face because I've only got one face, but we'll do the best that we can and try and use some products that you might not have seen me actually use on my channel before. So without further ado, let's get into this. Firstly, I want to start off with the Catrice, I can never remember the name of this one, True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum with hyaluronic acid in. This one is in the shade 2.3. which is too dark for me at the moment, but I have used this to death in the summer. It is absolutely awesome. You can probably see the dropper and that's all skanky. I did clean it, I did, because I was looking at them as I was pulling them out the drawer and it's like, oh, I can't show them, they're all disgusting. So this one comes on a dropper. I did do a dedicated video to this one, so I will link any dedicated videos that I've done to any of the items below. So the other firm favourite, and right now I am using the crap out of it, is the Catrice Nude Skin Hydrating Foundation. Now this one is absolutely gorgeous. You know, I heard so much about it online that I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to try this, and I think I paid about £6.50-ish. So just going to chuck a bit of that on my brush. I nearly said beauty blender. It's a cat hair there, I saw it. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to chuck that one on my face. Again, I did a dedicated video to this. So again, I will link this one. But this one, like I say, you don't need a lot of it. And, you know, because being an older lady, I do like sort of more of a medium coverage rather than a full coverage, and I just think this one, I'll say more cat hair, looks absolutely beautiful on the skin. I say if I'm not using this one, I'm using my Flower Beauty Light Illusion, but I didn't discover that one last year. I discovered that one the year before, so I thought, well, I can't really add that one. But like I say, these are the main two that I discovered last year that I absolutely have used to death. I keep saying I must get another colour of the L'Oreal one because I really like it. I just haven't got round to it. See how lovely that looks on the skin. Absolutely gorgeous. Just going to blend over that one with my trusty beauty blender. Again, I've tried a couple of beauty blenders this year, but oh, I hated them all. I absolutely hated them all. I am so picky with my beauty blender, but I get a feeling they've changed the material on this beauty blender. It's, I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same as it did. Or maybe that's just me, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same. It feels a lot softer and bouncier, which isn't a bad thing, but I liked it the way that it was. It's just, I don't know, maybe it's just me. But this one that I've bought just doesn't seem to feel like my other ones did. So as we can see, that is just stunning. I have 3 eyeshadow palettes that I absolutely fell in love with last year. So obviously I can only use one today, and I've only got one in my collection that I haven't actually used on camera. So we're going to do the other 2 first. The first palette is the Viseart Petit Four palette in the colour Lilas. I'll show you on the back there, you can see that, which is this one here, which is absolutely beautiful. There's a few swatches of them. Can't see that sort of middle colour here so well because it is quite pale, but that is just such a beautiful little palette, you know. I've made quite a dent in that one. I think I got that sort of quite early on in the year, but again, absolutely beautiful. The other palette that I'm not going to be using today is the Sigma Hazy palette. Again, I'm sure I did a video on this one, and this is what she looks like on the inside. Again, really beautiful cool tone colours. Let's do a couple of swatches of them, and look at that. I'll say just a few of them, couple of mattes, couple of shimmers, just so you get the idea. But again, absolutely stunning palette, you know, and very reasonably priced. I think that was only about £22 at full price. So like I said, you can't go wrong. And the Viseart one, ooh, want to say about 20 for the quad, so not too bad. But I think I did manage to get that one on sale, and I think I only paid about £18 something for it. So keep your eye out, there's often sales on. And the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using today, I know I've not used this one on camera, so is the Anastasia Denona, sorry my lights are reflecting on that one, and this is the Glam palette. And oh my god, she is a beauty. Like I say, hefty price tag at £60 in the UK, but oh my god, she is absolutely worth every single penny. There's just a couple of swatches of those ones as well. Okay, so what are we going to go in with today? Ooh, they're all so good. Okay, I think we're going to go in with this one here, which just says crease. They haven't got shade names, I don't know if you've noticed, but they've got like crease, inner corner, outer corner, things like that on there, just to make it easy. So if you wanted something easy and know what goes where, it's really good. Obviously hefty price tag. So go with my fluffy brush, tap that off. But the quality of this eyeshadow palette is just phenomenal, and like I say, the tones of it, now I've discovered that cool tones are definitely my colour, and that was the reasoning behind the choice of this particular Anastasia Denona palette. But it is just stunning. Dip back into that one. They're not going to do anything too crazy today. I can't decide whether to go shopping or not today, so I don't know, we're not going to go too crazy. But if I don't go today, I'm only going to have to go tomorrow. A lot of you can probably relate to that one, you know, so when you've got sort of some time off work. So that's what we got going on in that one. And as you can see, that blended so effortlessly. So really, really effortlessly. Let's just bring you in a little bit closer so you can see what's going on there. I'm going to take my little small brush and I'm going to go into the one that they call Transition. I like this one for under the brow bone. I'm just going to tap that in there lightly, tap that one off, and just run that one under there. I'll say nothing too crazy today, so we're just going to clean off our fluffy brush, and we're just going to run those two together just to make it a bit more cohesive. Yeah, look at that, seamlessly, absolutely seamless. Next I'm going to go in with my trusty little tiny brush, and we're going to dip back into that first colour and just kind of go halfway into the lid just to darken up just a smidge, and then we're just going to take that on the outer third of my eyelid like that, and then I'm going to tap into this one here called Smoke. We're just going to deepen that one up just a smidge, so I'm just going to take the tiniest bit on the edge of my brush and then just run that through that third as well. And that's what we got going on with that one. Next I'm going to take my little flat brush that I always use for my shimmers, and we're going to, ooh, what one are we going to go into today? I think I'm going to go in with this one, going to go into this second one here that says outer eyelid, and we're going to place that one not on the outer eyelid but on the rest of the lid. So just tap my brush into there and then just pat that one on. And as you can see, you know, I've only tapped into that once. It just goes on so beautifully. Absolutely beautifully. I think I'm going to deepen up that outer corner slightly, so I'm going to go back in with that smoke colour on the opposite side of my flat brush, and I'm just going to deepen that up just a smidgen and blend those two together. Yeah, effortlessly, absolutely effortlessly. Next we're going to go in with this middle shade here that says Lash Line, and that's exactly what I use it for, because it is the perfect colour for my lash line. So recently got this tiny weeny little brush, and it is so good for doing the lash line. So we're just gonna, hopefully you can see what I'm doing because I need to look in the mirror just to do this, and we're just gonna drag that one as tight as we can to that lash line. There we go, and that's what we got going on so far. So I think to save time today, I'm gonna go off camera, do the other eye, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've done the other eye and I've done my brows as well. So next we're going in with a new favourite concealer that I also discovered this year, which again is the Catrice True Skin Concealer. It's a high coverage one with hyaluronic acid, and it's waterproof and hydrating, which is lovely. So anything that's hydrating is really good for your under eyes, especially as mine are quite dry. So we're just going to chuck a bit of that on. And get my trusty beauty blender again and blend that one out. So I never seem to have any trouble when I wear this concealer, so hopefully it's not going to make a liar out of me today, because you know what makeup's like. You know, we will have good days and bad days. And hopefully today's a good day. It's not going to do anything nasty. Okay, so before I set all that, I have got a favourite. I thought I'd never ever hear me say myself say this. I've got a favourite cream bronzer. Now, I tried cream bronzers this year. So, you know, I bought one. I thought, okay, you're quite nice. And then I decided to buy this particular one. And oh my goodness, I have used it to death. I absolutely love this. I pretty much use it every day. Some days I change it up because it's like, you know, like you do. But when it's a favourite, it's a favourite. And it is the Huda Beauty Tan Tour in Fair. But this stuff, as you can see, let's get the lid off. That I absolutely, don't know whether you can see that, but I've made the biggest dent in this one possible. I never thought I would see the day that I liked cream products. So I've literally just got a little brush like this, get the cat hair off, that I use. And I just, literally, you need a couple of little stamps. Now, probably doing it in the camera, I'm going to muck this up. But usually it goes on like a dream. So let's see if I can get it to go on like a dream. I say it does come out quite dark, but don't worry too much about that, because you can blend it and it blends absolutely beautifully. But look at that. I'm going to say, yeah, it does look dark, but then we go in with our trusty beauty blender and we just stamp that all around. And as you can see, it is blending out absolutely fantastically. But this stuff is beautiful. I've got a few other cream bronzers. They're all right, you know, but this one, see, look, we started off quite dark, and now it's just gone to a beautiful, beautiful colour. But this stuff, I was so shocked. When I first used it, I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I grab it every single day now, you know, so I will be repurchasing when this one runs out. I also have a favourite cream bronzer that I use more often than not. I know, who am I? Cream products. So this one is the Honest Beauty, and it is in the shade Rose Pink. This, as you can see how mucky it is, again, I've used a lot. But you don't need a lot of this one, which is the good thing about it. You know, and I've got this little brush here from Real Techniques. And I literally just, a couple of stamps, because it's easier to build up than it is to take away. And again, we just do the stamping motion. And again, if you go too heavy-handed with this one, again, it blends out like a dream. So it's one of those products that, you know, if you do go overboard, like I just have on my nose, don't worry. You know, you'll see in a minute, I'll get my beauty blender on it and it will just look stunning. And I think it's a really natural finish on this one as well. And I just think it is just beautiful. But look at that. And that, if you've not tried cream products, saying that, I've got a lot of cream products and I'm like, yeah, I've definitely got a lot that I've tried and I'm like, I just pull faces at. But I've got a few in there, you know, that I really like also. So I might have to do a video on just my cream bronzers and blushes. And I have got some cream highlighters as well. So maybe that's something for the future. But again, this Honest Beauty blush, I really do need to get some more shades in this because I absolutely love it. You know, it just, as you see, I prefer to use a brush. I have tried it with my fingers. Again, it blends out like a dream. It's just that's my preferred method. I was looking for my collection thinking, do you know what, do I have a favourite loose powder? And I was looking through and I'm like, oh, actually I do. And I think what it is I don't use it every day because I don't want to use it up really, really fast. And it is the Laura Mercier translucent powder, the loose one. And every time I use this, I'm like, oh, it's just so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So I'll say, probably can't see that very well in there, but it just looks lovely every time. I've got so many powders, but every time I use this one, I'm like, oh, I really like this one. Like I say, it's so fine. It just doesn't go cakey or does anything weird to any of the products underneath. It's just absolutely a lovely powder, and I can understand, you know, why it's always a firm favourite of everybody's. I totally get it now I own it. I have got the Laura Mercier sort of glow loose powder, but that's a different story. Maybe we'll get into that one day. So next for highlighter. This was an easy one. You know, I literally opened the drawer, took it out. It's the one I use most often. If I'm not using this one, it's a miracle, to be fair. And what I like about it is because there's two colours in one, you know, I can sort of have the paler shade for the winter, darker shade for the summer, and mix the colours for in between. And it is, and I think that they've stopped selling this one. I know there was a few issues, and I know I saw it on Beauty Bay on sale back along, but I don't know whether you can still get this one. So if you can't, I'm really, really sorry, but it is definitely my favourite highlighter of last year. And it is the Ofra Steph Toms collab in Milk and Cookies. There you go, you've got the two separate shades. So you've got the dark and the light, which is awesome. So it's in a split pan like this. And it's just so beautiful. And like I say, it's so sad that, you know, that I don't think it's available. So what I do now this time of the year, I just get the lightest shade, which is this one here. Hang on, let's get my mirror in the right place, otherwise I can't see my face. Look at that. I barely touched that. That is beautiful. Like I said, I've got a few Ofra highlighters and they are all absolutely stunning. So even though this one probably isn't available anymore, you know, do try out some of the other ones because they are awesome. Now for eyeliner, again, new discovery last year, and it is again from Catrice. I only paid, I don't know, £3 for it, maybe. I know it wasn't a lot, could have been even £2.50. And this one is in the shade 020 Yay to Grey. Oh, I love a good grey eyeliner, and they're really hard to find a really good grey eyeliner. This one's a nice retractable one, which is what I like because I'm too lazy to sharpen them. But absolutely love this. It's absolutely gorgeous. As I say, I've still got loads left. So when that one gets a little bit lower, I will be repurchasing another one. So we're just going to tuck that one into the tight line. And also pop that in the waterline. And as you can see, it pairs up with this eyeshadow so well. Like I say, I like my cool tones. So to finish up this look today, I've got a favourite lipstick, and it is definitely a favourite since I bought it. I'm like, oh my goodness, I have worn again it to death. And it is the Anastasia Beverley Hills lipstick. And this is in the shade, let's have a look, Dusky Mauve, and this one's a matte lipstick. Look at that colour, absolutely stunning. Isn't it beautiful? Again, it's a cool mauve, naturally. So let's pop a bit of that one on. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. That pretty much finishes off the look for today, you know, using all my favourites of 2021. Like I say, there was a handful. I'd bought a lot more makeup, but these are definite ones that I reach for all the time, you know, so to me, they're all complete winners of 2021 in my opinion. Just want to give an honourable mention to something else, you know, it's kind of makeup related. It helps with my foundation when it's too dark. And it is the Nip+fab lightning drops. So when I'm coming out of sort of autumn to winter and my skin's getting a bit paler and I haven't got the right shade foundation, I mix in a couple of drops of this with my foundation and we're good to go. Did hear it's been discontinued. I really need to look into that. You know, I think that's the second time I've mentioned on here that it's I heard it being discontinued, so I've really got to check into this, and if that's the case, I could do with another one, because this one, yeah, is over halfway empty. So I did get one prior to getting this one from the Body Shop, which was really good. It's just the dropper on it absolutely sucked. So if you know of any good lightning drops, do drop it in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. So thank you for watching, my lovelies. I hope you enjoyed this. If you enjoyed this kind of content, please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And hopefully I will see you on the next one.